Hey, Billy, I can tell you this much. The articles I'm going to read you, they're not fake. They might be a little crazy, but they ain't fake. Anyway, serious and silliness Outcasts. I got the news. I'm just waiting for my co-host, Justin. He hasn't come on in a little bit, but he'll be on. And I don't know if you guys could see, but I'm with my Jolene. Come here. I don't know if you guys could see. Come here. There you go. That's my little girl. It's my female Cane Corso. We just never cut the ears. She's a good girl. Anyway. Oh, there she goes. All right. She wants to be a pain in the ass. We're going to be talking about the news coming up. What's up, fellas and ladies? I don't think there's any ladies that watch this show, but that's all right. If there are any ladies that watch it, chime in, please. Okay. So let's see. Get started once Justin comes in. It has been a very interesting couple of weeks for Serious and Silliness Bodybuilding and Serious and Silliness Outcast. This is obviously the Outcast channel, but if you watch one, you probably watch the other. It's been a very strange couple of weeks for me. With the podcasting, it's been a little bit up and down, a little crazy, a lot of gossip, a lot of feelings hurt, a lot of drama. But other than that, it's Friday, and I don't think I'm going to the gym today. So we're going to give you the news. I might do a little riding, just waiting for Justin from Brooklyn. You guys know who he is if you've been watching my news. And having a Celsius. I'm not sponsored by them, but if you're watching Celsius, you know, I need a sponsor too. You don't have to just sponsor Bob Ciccarello. You could sponsor me too. But we're going to be going over some of the here are the topics. Topics are going to be, are the Hells Angels really going to Aurora, Colorado? I actually got it from the horse's mouth, if it's true or not. The other topics will be, obviously, we'll be talking about the shooting. And I believe it was in Georgia, if I'm right, the mass shooting. We'll also be talking about the Rogan controversy, Joe Rogan, about the New York Times article that says the Declaration of Independence could be dangerous, quote unquote. And we'll be talking about major restaurant chains going out of business. And here he is. Your name is Dirk Ziegler today.
Sorry, I don't know. I don't know what to put. I don't want to put my real name.
Yeah. Put Justin from Brooklyn.
Uh-huh.
That's how I introduce you anyway. So,
let me.
Can you turn your phone? There you go. Can you turn your phone horizontal? Oh, you look so much more handsome.
I don't know, but all I see is the little one. Can't zoom in.
What do you mean?
I see it's like it's just small.
Oh, did you go to work today?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Where are you? Your mother's house or your house?
Yeah, and that's why I have no glasses on.
Because you're at your mother's?
Yeah.
How does that make sense?
I don't have glasses.
You don't wear glasses when you're at your mother's house?
No, I left the house this morning in Staten Island, and then I was like, oh, you know what? I need my glasses.
Oh. Look, they're saying that it's fake news. Let's get this millennial, secular, and alt-right says this is just fake news. We haven't even gotten into the fake news yet. And MC Club isn't going to bring unprofitable heat. We didn't even get into the story yet. I guess you just read the thumbnail.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we might as well get into the story.
Oh, sorry.
Don't worry about it.
All right.
So apparently, there are rumors floating around the internet that the Hells Angels were going to go into Aurora, Colorado to take care of the Venezuelan gang members that took over the apartment complex. Well, apparently it is not true. I actually got it from the horse's mouth. I reached out to 3 people that are in the biker life. One of them was an ex-Hells Angel, Pee Wee, to see if it has any relevance. And all 3 people, one was a Mongol, and the other guy was Mike Ball. He's got I forgot the name of his channel. Whatever. I totally forgot the name of his channel. And all 3 of them said no, especially Pee Wee. Pee Wee said no way, they're not going to do that. And Demon's Row summarized it pretty good. I don't know if you watched Demon's Row, Justin. Demon's Row is it's a biker podcast. It's one of the bigger ones. And the guy's name is Sos the Ghost, right? And he basically said that don't look for a hero. If you're in your community and your community needs help, put it together yourself and take care of your community yourself. Because the Hells Angels aren't going to go and help law enforcement. They consider themselves outlaw bikers, and they consider themselves working on their own without the police officers. Matter of fact, it's actually a rule that you can't even call the cops in times of emergency if you're a Hells Angel. And he said they're not going to help anybody who's not a Hells Angel or has a family member who's a Hells Angel unless it happens right in front of them, like if a kid gets hurt or a woman gets hurt. But other than that, unless it's like, a member's mother or something like that, they're not gonna do it. So it turns out to be all bullshit. And even Pee Wee, the guy I interviewed, who was a former Hells Angel, said that's bullshit. Mooch, who was a Mongol, says it's bullshit. And Mike, I think it's insane. Let me see what his channel is, but he says it's bullshit too. It's not going to happen. But what do you make of all this?
They should help. I don't know why they wouldn't.
Well,
well, hold on. You got all these motorcycle clubs that they've been indicting for years.
Mm-hmm.
So now at least make it worth it.
Yeah. Here's the problem. The problem is it's not going to be worth it. The cops are going to be coming down on them.
On the Hells Angels.
On the Hells Angels, yeah. All right, so it was Mike Ball from Insane Wheels. That's the name of his channel. But why don't we? I'm going to read the article that I sent you, and this is from Fox.
Yeah.
In Denver. Let's see. The Aurora Police Department responded to social media claims that the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club is headed to Colorado, and they said they do not believe the post to be credible. Despite this, police told Fox 31 they are continuing to monitor the situation. The group is an international outlaw motorcycle club that was first founded. Oh, here we go. We don't need to know all that shit. So the post said the group was responding to claims at an apartment complex in Aurora. Interim Chief Heather Morris. Oh God, the chief of police is a woman. All right, Heather Morris responded to the claims Friday that said gang members had not taken over the complex. All right, so now they're saying they're not taking over the complex. I'm not saying that it's not gang members that don't live in the community. She said in a video posted to social media, but we're learning out here that the gang members have not taken over the complex. I don't know.
Fuck you. Like, hold on. What does that say? Millennial, secular, and right?
Yeah.
Who is that guy?
I have no idea. I'm just glad he's watching. Anyway.
Well, fuck him.
Yeah. I'm actually on the side of Sos the Ghost's opinion here from Demon's Row. Because if you remember growing up, if there was a problem in the communities that we grew up in Brooklyn, the men in the neighborhood took care of it. And that's gone. And that's sad because if that were still the case, the men in that community in Aurora, Colorado would have taken care of it.
I don't think Aurora, Colorado has I don't think they had the wise guy population that we had.
No, but I agree. But you didn't even need to be a gangster. Like if there was somebody on your block that was doing something really wrong and you didn't want them there, the guys would take care of it. The men from the community would take care of it. And the police, they're so light on crime now. The police do nothing anymore. It's pathetic.
Well, it's under the cops. It's the DAs because
right.
And it's like, okay, like what? So now, if you're gonna commit a crime, now's the time.
Yeah, really, you ain't kidding. And here's the thing: if I'm Kamala Harris, right?
Yeah,
and I'm looking to be elected, and I'm the vice president right now, I would have taken that whole gang out and been like, see,
look what I did.
Vote for me. But no, she's, that's not, she's more worried about making.
Somehow it's racist to prosecute people.
Yeah, it's racist to prosecute people that don't belong here. It's unbelievable. But no, as much as I wanted that to be true, I kind of knew, I had a gut feeling it wasn't going to be true. And I don't even know if Colorado has their own, they might have their own chapters of the Hells Angels. So Hells Angels might not even have to go across state lines, because they're in almost every state. Let's see. Let me try to look that up. Let's see. Google Colorado Hells Angels. Let's see. Is Hells Angels in Colorado? The Hells Angels motorcycle is despite police refusing to claim blah 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 on Wednesday motorcycle. Hells Angels response to claims. It doesn't really say. It's all coming up. It's all coming up for us. Let's see. Hells Angels. Again, it's all coming up here. Whatever. I don't know. Doesn't matter. All right, forget it. Anyway, where'd you go? You disappeared, you fuck.
Yeah. Oh, is that better?
You're black. I don't see anything, bro.
What the fuck did it do to me here?
Oh, you're fucked up, bro.
I'm not fucked up. It's the fucking thing. Whatever this is, you're fucked up.
Where are you?
Hold on. I'm fucking doing this. There we go.
You are. Okay.
I'm trying to make it a whole screen, but I don't know. It's not letting me.
Don't worry about it. All right, here's another story. Getting off the Hells Angels thing, because the Hells Angels has kind of been old. Like last week, we've been talking about this.
Yeah,
they've been talking about this for a while already. This is actually a pretty funny story that I sent you. Loud fart gives away suspect's hiding spot, leads to arrest. In Clay Mountain, Missouri, I think that's Missouri. When tracking down a suspect, law enforcement might use a canine to track down a scent. This was not necessary for a recent arrest in Missouri, according to the Clay County Sheriff's Office over the weekend. Liberty police were searching for a person who a felony warrant for arrest. The person was wanted for possession of a controlled substance. The suspect hid to avoid the police, but apparently let out a loud fart. It gave up his hiding spot immediately. We've got to give props to Liberty PD for using their senses to sniff him out. Read a Facebook comment. I guess he was nervous, The fucking guy was nervous, and he laid a fart.
I picked it.
And you are going in and out, sir.
I know. I see that.
There you are.
All right. See me?
Yeah.
I feel like I look weird without fucking glasses on.
Yeah, you look. You always have sunglasses on, right? I forget about that. You still look handsome. Don't worry about it.
I know. Well, don't need to get gay since we're on fucking live. The whole audience.
Yeah. It's So what do you think about the guy farting while he was hiding from the police?
I don't know. That's one of those things. It's like you have to be there to
appreciate.
Like, I guess appreciate it, but it's like, oh man, I got jammed up because I farted. That's not gonna. You can't do that.
Yeah, no. It's he was probably nervous. Did it ever happen to you when you were getting arrested? Did you ever fart?
No. I never farted. That it never got me locked up.
No.
It was never one of those things.
What about when you're back in the back of a squad car? You ever fucking blast a fart?
No, you have to have respect.
Oh.
Yeah, there's things you can't do and can do, and it's like that's one of those things you don't do. It's like, I'm not gonna.
Yeah. So when you stole the purse from the old lady, and you got arrested. You wanted to respect the police by not farting in the car.
Yeah, don't jam your don't paint yourself into a corner.
Yeah, so don't make matters worse.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, because a lot of farts I would have would be like diarrhea beer farts.
Oh,
and those are fucking atrocious.
Yeah, that was bad. Yeah. I got 4 kinds of farts. I got a protein fart, right? I got a broccoli fart.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, I have a non-dairy creamer fart.
I have a regular fart, just regular.
And I have a and I have a Heineken fart, or any beer fart, really. Those are my 4 types of farts. Oh, the protein farts are the worst. That's definitely.
Yeah, but what's the worst? Well, yeah.
That goes without saying.
Fake muscle farts.
Yeah. Uh-huh. All right. So this article is Bidenomics coming in about all the chain restaurants closing down, and I actually, yeah, really. Here's the thing: if the chain restaurants are closing down, I mean that means your local restaurant doesn't have a fucking chance, right? I mean,
well, if it's for me, like I was surprised, like when people said, "Oh, Red Lobster's closing," I'm like, "Red Lobster." I honestly, I been to a Red Lobster once. I'm like, oh, and I was like, oh, Sizzler? It's like, no, Red Lobster.
Wow, you're taking it back.
I'm like, what's the fucking difference?
Yeah.
But for me, it was like, okay, it's closing down. I get it. Like Red Lobster is like it's like the Olive Garden. Olive Garden be next.
Yeah. Well, here I pulled up a small list of chain restaurants that are closing that have closed so far in 2024.
Yeah.
So Buffalo Wild Wings, 60 locations in the United States.
Really?
IHOP, yeah. IHOP 100 locations in the United States.
Really?
Yeah. Pizza Hut, no exact number, but they have closed locations. Red Lobster, 99 restaurants, including 17 in Florida. Well, I can understand that. Nobody's going to eat it.
That's the whole fucking base
of Florida's economy is seafood. Yeah.
You want seafood? Yeah, let's go to Red Lobster.
Yeah. While you're in Miami off the coast. Hooters, no specific number, but closed locations across the country without warning. They just,
you know why? You know why Hooters is closing?
Why?
What the fuck? I know we're live, but all the guys will go in there and say, "Oh, I want a job," and then they say, "Hold on, we're a titty bar, basically with shirts. You're a guy with no tits. Like, who the fuck are you?"
Yeah,
fucking.
And then he would say, "Yeah, but today I identify as a woman with tits."
Yeah, funny story. Today I'm a girl, gender fluid.
Yeah.
Fuck yourself.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. It's probably a bunch of girls that picked up sexual harassment cases from the guys, and
they're like, we can't do this anymore. This is not the 90s. People are too, and it's probably sexual harassment. Like it's probably the females doing it.
Yeah, the girls that put the shorts on Hooters with their titties hanging out are the ones filing complaints for the customers when they whistle at them because they want a pint of beer. They want a pitcher of beer.
Where's our waitress? Hey, babe. And it's like, you call me babe? How do you know?
Yeah, it's Tits McGee. Oh, you called me Tits McGee. Okay. TGI Fridays, 36 restaurants.
Out of how many?
I have no idea. Outback Steakhouse, 41.
I'm surprised they made it that far.
Applebee's.
Well, Outback's one of those restaurants. It's like Sizzler. It's like really?
Yeah. It's I don't. Here's the thing. I don't mind Outback though, right?
I do.
Yeah, you'd rather go to a regular steakhouse, right? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Outback's like Applebee's of steakhouses. It's like
Yeah. Outback is like Olive Garden of yeah, right. Yeah.
You know what they say when blacks want Italian food, they go to
where they go?
They go to Olive Garden. And when they want seafood, they go to
Red Lobster. So what are they gonna do now?
My partner at work, he's a black kid. He's about 30, he's like 30. He's our age basically.
Yeah.
And I'm telling him, I was like, listen, and he knows. He's not one of those kids. He's like Jay Stoffel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He doesn't he's not, he doesn't believe, he's not stupid.
He's not ghetto.
Yeah, he understands, what the real world is like.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, he's like, no, when he's like, what an Italian? He's like, I go to an Italian restaurant. He's like, I don't go to fucking Olive Garden.
Well, I think it's probably a big difference when you grow up in New York City or in and around and you have access.
Well, you have to, because I want to go. Listen, if some white kid opened up some soul food restaurant,
yeah, I wouldn't go. I'd be like, this.
Guess what? I'm not going there.
I'm not fucking going. That's ridiculous. There's no way in hell. If there's not some little old black lady behind the fucking cooking, I'm not going to a soul food restaurant. Sorry. Yeah.
No,
it's just
it has to be authentic. It has to be like what they were raised on. It has to be home.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So there's people that understand that, and there's people that don't understand that. And usually it's the white people, like white liberals, that don't get it. They're like, yeah, look at the soul food, look at the sushi place. It's a white guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, just because I won't go there doesn't mean he needs to close down. Jesus. Anyway, I went to one of those tanning salons.
Was it a tanning salon or was it a fucking?
Yeah. No, it wasn't a rubber tug. It was a tanning salon. I went into one of those tanning salons, and there was a guy in there. It was black. It was really weird, man. Black guy in a tanning salon.
That means it was a fucking rubber tug.
What's he gonna do with the tanning bed when he steals it?
All right, this is where I lay down. I lay down right here. That's
shit.
fucked up. We are friends with black people, and it's fucked up.
It's still funny. Jokes are funny.
Yeah, jokes are. That's like if you said the Italian guy was in Wav Garden. Wow, I almost said WAP.
Wow, yeah, there you go. If you ever catch a like a DeMarco or a Giordano in an Olive Garden eating, just drag him outside and beat the shit out of him.
Just shoot him in the face.
Yeah, do us all a favor, really. It's ridiculous.
There's no need to drag this out. Just shoot him in the mouth.
Yeah. Don't let him continue to species.
Don't let him leave.
Yeah. Applebee's 35 locations in 2024.
I'm shocked. Applebee's,
Applebee's,
the neighborhood, fucking whatever it's called.
Yeah, whatever. I don't fucking know. Anyway, I did I tell you about my Jewish friend Irving? Yeah, I was hanging out with my Jewish friend Irving, and I said, Irving, come on, let's go get something to eat. I know this great place that makes great pulled pork sandwiches. And he goes, I'm Jewish. I said, I'm buying. Don't worry about it.
It's fucked up, man.
You get it? Because, they're
cheap fucking Jew.
Yeah, because they're cheap, So.
Penny pinches they are.
All right. Next, where are you? Where are you? All right, we covered the fight, the restaurants, Hell's Angels.
Oh, the school shooter.
Yeah. All right. We'll go to that one. Yeah, we'll go to that one. Finally.
That fucking knucklehead.
Yeah. Finally, somebody actually went to the source. Instead of saying it's mental illness or it's the guns, finally, they said, no, it's the fucking family. And turns out the family's fucked up. So that's actually this shooting was where I believe in Georgia, right? Let me see. Yeah, Georgia. I guess they don't play in Georgia. They, in Georgia is, common sense is still there. So students who had crouched in terror filed down the stairs and gazed at blah, 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 in Appalachian High School in Winder, Georgia. Nobody could have been much. AR-15, 14-year-old Colt Gray. That's the kid's name. Police also believe that this same black semi-automatic rifle.
Why is it going to be black for?
Yeah. Couldn't it be a white rifle? This is bullshit. Scope was among several weapons that a crew from DSI eviction services removed from Gray home in Jefferson, Georgia on July 25th, 2022. Court papers say the Grays had failed to pay rent. The family was away at the time, and upon discovering the firearm and several bow and arrows, the clearing crew turned them over to the police rather than just leave them at the end of the driveway with the rest of their possessions. The fire alarms, the fire alarms along with the hunting bows and ammo were placed in a locker, blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah for safekeeping, released to the family. And then subsequently, it was released to the family. So you got a family that's screwed up. Another police person says the family split at the time of the eviction. The weapons went with Colt and his father to a rented house. Two younger children went to their mother, Marquis, to a relative's home. Yeah, so the whole family, finally, they're addressing the real problem. And in the state of Georgia, like I said, they must have common sense.
That son.
Yeah.
Okay. The kid with the fucking blonde hair.
Oh, that kid.
The dark natural roots.
Yeah.
We had him. He's the problem. The kid with the fucking pronouns.
Yeah, right.
Sorry.
The weapons went
with murder.
Yeah, I'm getting to that. Let's see. But the police initially spoke to the father. Colin was arrested Thursday for knowingly allowing his son Colt to possess a weapon. Finally, common sense prevails. Finally, because it's usually
kids are fucking. Yeah, your kids are fart, and you're gonna do. Someone's got to, pay the piper.
So, because that's where it stems from. If your kid, how do you not know? Like, if you have guns in the house,
I saw the picture.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Like, okay, this kid's a walking red flag.
Right, exactly. And as a parent, how do you not know? You're not a parent. You're a person that donated sperm, and a person is growing in your home. You're not a parent. You're a shithead, and those are the people that need to actually answer when things like this happen, because you failed as a parent. You failed as a human being. Never mind the parent. So I'm actually glad they arrested the father, because
me too. When I saw that, I was like, okay, finally. Like, now there's something happening. Like, all right, someone is responsible for this kid, and they're charging the person who's responsible.
Yeah.
If my kid look like that, say, no. You don't need a fucking gun. What the fuck's the matter with you?
Yeah.
What's going on with his hair? What's happening here?
How do you not know your gun is missing? You know what I mean? That means I can only imagine the house must be a shit show.
He was the like this. It was here. I don't know what happened. Oh, my kid with the dyed hair with pronouns took it? Oh, man.
Son of a bitch.
Fuck. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Fuck, man. That's the God's honest truth, dude. It's fucking ridiculous, man. Like,
yeah, good. Let them lock the parents up. And now, listen, I don't think you should blame the gun, because the gun didn't do anything.
No.
That's like if I took a car and mowed down a bunch of people, we're gonna blame the car. I wish, because I was the one who mowed people down.
All right.
Yeah. But you can't use the excuse like, oh, well, it's the gun. No, the gun didn't grow legs. The gun didn't grow conscience. The gun didn't walk into that school and shoot people. Someone provided this kid with a fucking weapon, and this kid was clearly
having problems.
Yeah, he's a walking red flag.
Absolutely. There's no question about it.
Like, the guns, gotta ban guns. No, don't take my guns, because guess what? I'm not gonna give them up. And two, I'll never give them to my kid who has long hair down to his shoulder. He has a bob haircut that's dyed fucking blonde.
Who doesn't have, like, if you have rifles, every person I know that hunts or goes shooting,
It's in a
target shooting,
safe.
every person I know has
So
a
I don't
rifle
know.
rack and a safe with a lot. It just blows me
Don't
away.
it?
Whatever.
Yeah. How many people chimed in? Just this guy,
Uh,
millennials.
yeah, 2. We're doing good.
No.
All
But listen, I
right.
gotta run.
You're leaving already?
I have to. I gotta do it. I haven't even showered yet.
Oh, you smelly bastard. All right, go ahead. I'll finish the news. You got it.
All right, I love you, and we'll fix it now because apparently we're going back to regular hours.
All right, good.
But my best time for me will be if I'm not working Sundays. If you want to do Sunday mornings,
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
That's legit the best time for me.
All right, definitely. We'll figure it out.
All right, I love you, babe.
All right.
I'll
right.
talk to you soon.
Yeah, you got it. I'll see you later.
All right, bye.
Later.
Sorry about that headache.
Don't worry about it. I'll see you later. All right. Okay. So we're gonna go keep going with the news. Joe Rogan has a couple of things have been happening with Joe Rogan. One, apparently, MSNBC edited some clips of Joe Rogan saying positive things about Tulsi Gabbard, and then made it seem like he was actually talking about Kamala Harris. And if you don't think the news is fake at this point, then you will never realize that it's fake because it's absolutely ridiculous. So he addressed it on his podcast, of course, which blows me away. Which absolutely blows me away because there are 10 times more people that listen to Joe Rogan's podcast than watch MSNBC, and you're literally just going to make the people that don't watch MSNBC, hence the radical left, because those are the only people that do watch MSNBC, realize that you're full of crap. And it just, I don't understand the logic behind this, because you're pandering, your audience is already left. You're not widening your audience. You have an ideology that you're sticking to, and you're only pandering to that radical left-leaning demographic. So, and for them to do this, and then Joe Rogan gets a tremendous amount of different people listening. That he has probably the largest audience in podcast history. And so he's going to call it out, and he did. And it's just absolutely sickening. Another thing that he did was just fantastic. I mean, it was just unbelievable. This was from Fox News. Rogan scorches New York Times piece calling the Constitution a dangerous threat. And he said, "What the fuck are you talking about?" So podcaster Joe Rogan shredded the New York Times after one of its writers published a piece asking whether the United States Constitution is itself a threat to democracy. My God, really? Really? On Sunday, the Times book critic Jennifer, can't pronounce her last name, penned an article headlined, "The Constitution is sacred. Is it also dangerous?" That speculated that one of the biggest threats to America's politics might be the country's founding document. Wow. After noting how Trump lost the popular vote but won the presidency in 2016 due to the Electoral College, this journalist, Cesali, I think that's the name, suggested there is growing skepticism about the Constitution's ability to keep authoritarianism in check. Trump owes his political assent to the Constitution, making him a beneficiary of a document that's essentially anti-democratic. I mean, all right. Okay. All right. If the roles were reversed, and in that 2016 election, Hillary won that way, do you think this article would have appeared at the New York Times? I don't think so. I don't think they would be saying, "Well, it's a threat to democracy." No, I don't think so. And I'm going to quote Joe Rogan here. "How bad do you have to gaslight me in order for you to make the American public believe this? Like, if you truly believe that the Constitution of the United States, which is arguably probably one of the greatest governmental documents ever written on paper, ever put on paper, if you believe that the New York Times is accurate, saying that there are portions of it that are anti-democracy, then I'm sorry, but then you really have to check yourself. You belong to that leftist cult, and that's because that's the only type of person that believes it. The same person that watches MSNBC and believes that those audio pieces put together by MSNBC were really talking about Kamala Harris and not Tulsi Gabbard. It just blows me away. At this point, it's so in your face and so ridiculous and so insane that you have to be insane to believe this. It's out of control. It's out of absolutely control. On a brighter note, this is actually a better story. Is a retired 70-year-old Marine. They go on like a safari tour. I want to say in Costa Rica, if I'm not. Let me see. Where was it? Because this was fantastic. This guy was a former Marine. This was from the New York Post. This guy was a former Marine. I actually saw this on another podcast with one of the guys. I think it's Sal from Impractical Jokers. I don't know the name of his podcast, and I looked it up, and it was accurate. So apparently, let me read the article here. A retired 70-year-old Marine killed a mugger with his bare hands after a tour bus of U.S. senior citizens was held up in Costa Rica. Okay. It's the city of Lemoyne. Authorities said yesterday the retiree squeezed the 20-year-old mugger in a headlock, broke his clavicle, and choked him, police said. The thieves' two accomplices were armed, fled as other retirees on the bus started defending themselves. The group then drove to unconscious mugger to a local Red Cross clinic where he was declared dead. Local police named former Marine Alan Clady, but could not say where in the United States he resides. There were 12 tourists involved in the incident on Wednesday. Were on a stopover from the Carnival cruise ship Liberty. It was a Carnival cruise. Okay, it was a stopover. They had the right to defend themselves. Local police chief. Right. Exactly, Costa Rica. You got it right. Can you please tell the American police departments that local police chief Luis Hernandez said no one would be charged in this incident. He had the right to defend himself. Thank you. I guess I have to go to Costa Rica to get some common sense and get some protection from the police by defending myself. In the United States, like I'm in Jersey, if somebody breaks into my house and I have a legal firearm, if I shoot him for entering my house, if he is leaving my house, or if he is not charging me and I'm not in a corner where I can't escape, I can be charged with shooting him. I have to be in a room where I can't escape or a corner where I can't escape, and he has to be charging me. Then I could shoot him. Then it's legal. But if I go downstairs and somebody's in my house going through my drawers and I take a shot at him, I can be charged. If that's not the most ridiculous thing that I've ever heard. And it also goes state by state. New Jersey is more liberal. It's not as liberal as New York. Well, New York City, upstate New York is not as liberal, but you go to Florida or you go to Georgia, and that great sheriff in Florida said if anybody breaks your house, please shoot them. And then you want to wonder why people are moving to Texas, Georgia, Florida. It's because it's common sense. That's why. So it was just unbelievable. And I'm going to go back on all these stories, not all of them, but these stories are tied together. And here's why these stories are tied together. Here's a man who was a Marine, and he defended himself from a thief. Okay. And I am going to agree with Sos the Ghost on Demon's Row here. I know I said it already, but stop waiting for the Hells Angels or whomever to show up to get rid of the bad guys. As a community, you should be defending yourself, and you should be defending your community. So the people in Aurora, Colorado, should be defending themselves, as far as I'm concerned, if the police aren't going to do it for them. Stop waiting for the cavalry to come in, okay? Because the large majority of these guys, just like you saw here in this incident, one guy stood up to defend himself, and the rest of the people on the bus jumped in. You just need one person. And then the criminals think they have an easy target. They get one guy. The one guy's choked out and laying unconscious on the floor. And the other two guys that were armed ran because they don't want conflict. They thought they picked an easy target. They thought they picked a senior citizen, retiree, just coming over on the friggin' Love Boat, right? Isn't a threat, easy money. They probably did it 10 other times before, and everybody just gave up the money. But as soon as one person retaliates, they run because they don't want any confrontation. They want an easy target. And it's the same thing if somebody breaks into your home. If you have a big dog, if they know that you are law enforcement, if they know that you are a gun owner, they are going to skip that house. They're going to go to the next house. Okay? Because they don't want confrontation. They want an easy target. So now let's say you are that easy target and you take the cue from that Canadian police officer who's a goddamn idiot. And he says, you know what, just leave the keys right there and let them take it because that's what they want, right? Yeah, that's absolutely ridiculous. You know why that's ridiculous? Because if the criminals know that you're an easy target and you're not going to fight them and you're just going to give them what they want, they're going to come back. They're going to steal your car, steal your possessions, whatever they're going to look for. And then a month later or sometimes later on, your house is going to be 222 Main Street is a really easy target for the drug addicts and the migrants and the criminals and the petty thieves. You can just go in there and take it. They're not going to stop you. But if you have a 12-gauge shotgun and they know you're going to use it, mark my words, they're not coming in that front door. Mark my words. Just do a research study yourself. Set up 2 houses, theoretically. Have a guy like me or a guy like Justin with a 12-gauge shotgun and a Rottweiler. And then the next house, have a little old lady who's 78 years old, and spread some rumors around the neighborhood saying, "Hey, well, there's $100,000 in cash in both houses." Which one do you think they're going to go to? Honestly, which one do you think? Do you think they're going to go to the 12-gauge shotgun with a guy that looks like me and a Rottweiler, or you think that they are going to the old lady's house? They're going to the old lady's house. They want to get in, get out, get that money. So, what do we take from these articles that we read? The Hells Angels article that we read, and the Marine that choked out the Costa Rican thief. Grow some balls, United States men. Grow some balls and defend what's yours. That's what you have to do. If there are punks moving in to your neighborhood and you don't like it, then do something about it. You see, when I was a kid, there was this thing called what was it? The Guardian Angels, I believe. And they were citizens of New York City. And this was in the 70s, 80s, even into the 90s. They were citizens of New York City. And they put together a community watch, and they went on trains and went at night, and they basically just helped law enforcement. Now, how successful was it? I don't know. You'd have to go and look at the stats. But there were groups that were assembled to keep the streets safe, because in the 70s into the 80s, New York City was not safe. And if we don't do something about it, these major cities, New York City is in decline. It might go back to what the 1970s were. I don't know. The 1970s were not good for New York City. But we see places like LA, San Francisco, Chicago, Detroit are already in decline, worse now than ever. So I am going to let you go, guys go. I am also going to say have a great weekend. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell, because I have 2 good guests coming up. 2 authors. One that wrote, this guy's name is Gabe Morales. He wrote The History of the Aryan Brotherhood. We're going to be talking about the Aryan Brotherhood and how they were formed in prison in the 1960s. And then Louis Romano, who is a great author, and we're going to be talking about who is now the social media personality, Gene Borello, and the Bonanno crime family. So Gene has been on my show before, but we're going to go in deep with the author, how they got together, and what Gene's life is about. And that is coming up. And any bodybuilding fans out there, please like and subscribe to Serious and Silliness Bodybuilding. I will be covering the Italy Pro. And okay. All right, guys. We will see you soon. Peace.